Hello, you beautiful bastards, and welcome to my so-called show. And on this edition of Bastard Talks Bollocks, I will be talking about episode 6 of season 3 of Reacher, Smoke on the Water. And I've been meaning to do this sometime last week, but I've just got around to doing it now. And so, without wasting any more time, let's get right into the episode. Now, bear with me. Let's see if we can get on to the share screen. And episode 6, Smoke on the Water. So he's pretty much gone into the warehouse with Zach. Reacher is worried that he's going to get found out. Turns out McCabe doesn't recognise him. Apparently, he's got this retrograde amnesia. I'm not an expert on amnesia, but apparently he can't remember anything. So I don't know if he can get hints of flashbacks, anything like that. So luckily that's a little break for him, but McCabe is pissed off because, the ATF thing, all that bollocks. Oh my god, these fucking adverts. These ad blockers are really not doing any justice. But he seems to like fucking Reach for some reason. Then we get a horn sounding out there, and apparently fucking some Russian guy. I mean, who the fuck beeps outside a warehouse when you're doing gun running? That's kind of stupid. Yeah, come on, let's make some fucking noise so everyone else can hear. Oh my god, the fucking adverts. What are these ad blockers doing? What are these ad blockers for nothing? What's going on here? Yeah, I'll deal with that later, but... So he's mad at McCabe because of all the fucking attention they're going through, all the attention that they're getting. It's absolutely... Damn, man. That's... Whoa, what's going on here? So I'll fucking leave that because that is really getting annoying. That is really getting annoying there. I do apologise for that. That has never usually happened. These black ad blockers have been very good. For some reason, it's now been a pain in the ass, so I'll have to sort that out later. But so he has to go at Zach because he's been getting attention. He should be. He hired the fucking woman, for Christ's sake. And the Russian guy has got fucking McCabe as well because it looks like McCabe isn't the main boss. It's this Ruski guy. And the Teresa is still alive as well for some reason. Why? Why? Because apparently he's got a thing for redheads. And apparently an even bigger thing for redheads with information that could jeopardize the whole operation. What? That is so fucking stupid. These villains are fucking stupid. All right, you got a fetish for the ginger muff, but get one that's fucking not gonna have you arrested or thrown in prison. What the fuck is going on? Oh, absolute madness. Absolute stupidity. It really is. So now he goes back to Zach and so Quinn hires Man Bun, Arsehole to look for anyone suspicious. Whoever is being sniffing in on their operation. On the way back, Zach tells Reacher about the Russian funding Quinn. And that Zach may not have been totally fucking innocent in the first place. He was a gun runner, obviously, himself. But because the Russian guy was a bigger gun runner, it was like, Zach is now kind of been reduced to a fucking fucking patsy, anyway. So I love the line that says, I would have done something better. I was like, what would you have done? Not be a gun runner. So even Quinn is desperate as well, because if he fucks up, the family in St. Petersburg will kill him. And Duffy, who was listening in on Reacher, figures to find the dressmaker for Quinn because Quinn mentions the dressmaker. Reacher makes that remark saying, I thought a guy who was as busy as you wouldn't be in a relationship. So, well, yeah, dressing for me. You want to see who's gonna be wearing it. And I don't like the actor who plays Quinn. He's very, very menacing. He actually does come across as a bit of a psychopath. I don't know if he's a great villain. I think the actor does a good job, but I don't know, it just seems like a two-note psychopath, but he's a convincing two-note psychopath. But I don't know, is it me or is the villains in the Reacher series not the greatest ever? I mean, they got some good actors. I mean, I like Bruce McGill, but he's kind of generic corrupt mayor. I like the other guy who was kind of the guy who got his like throat cut wide open by his son. Okay, hey Davey Vest, how you doing, man? Yeah, I'm trying to get through the series because I did not get to do it last week. I'm going to try and do it the next one this week. But yeah, off this fucking subject of the villains, the villains in Reacher have always kind of been a little bit weak. They've had some up, but they've never been the greatest. I mean, the first series still had the better ones, but they were still kind of generic anyway. So Duffy and Guillermo goes to the dressmaker. The tailor tells him about the person, like he had a thing for this movie with this redhead in a green dress, but they don't have the who the actual buyer is because it was paid in cash. But he did have a phone number, which could be useless since it could be a burner number. But they're like, okay, we got fuck all else to do. Let's just go with that. Zach and Reacher get back home. Guillermo. Reacher rings Duffy to arrange a meeting. It's done off screen, and Reacher then walks up to Richard, who is sitting by the cliffside, and is like, if you top yourself, you'll just be another body in the ocean. And Richard's like, yeah, I'll just probably be I'll just be polluting the ocean. And Reacher's like, listen, the only person polluting these oceans is McCabe. I suggest that they go down to, obviously he's got to meet Duffy, so he suggests to Richard that they go down and get some epoxy to fix the gun so he can give his dad the present. They meet up with each other. Richard tells Duffy about why Quinn is working with the Russians, and then she fucking kisses him without his consent. Oh my God, you bad agent, Susan Duffy. Bad agent. You naughty, naughty girl. How dare you? That is so. Oh wait, she's a woman. It's fine. Yeah. So if it was Reacher doing it, it would be totally sexist. So yes. Share screen. Since the fucking. Where are you? You bastard. No, there we go. Google probably get some images anyway. So yeah. So far, it's just an okay episode. Like, it's mostly just been okay episodes. I think it might be one of the better ones, though. It does feel like the plot is actually starting to move along a little bit now. Because very soon we are going to start to move away a little bit from Reacher having to jump back and forth, keeping his cover, and Zach not suspecting anything, even though he has any other reason. So yeah, because then again, if I was a fucking woman or gay, I probably wouldn't as well, but. It's okay when Duffy does it because she's a woman. If you don't agree, you're a sexist bigot. Okay. Glad to have you on. Give me best. Yeah, she seems to be having her fucking hots for him at the moment. Yeah, she's seen him naked a few fucking times, and and I think Toxic has done this better. She's a fucking bad cop or agent or whatever. She's doing stupid mistakes. I mean, I know she's got that little redemption thing she's trying to make up for what she did to the witness, but she just continues to make stupid fucking things. She's acting way too emotional now, and she leaves her fucking badge behind, and now she's jumping on Reacher like she's trying to fucking suck his dick into her vagina without him knowing. It's like, what the hell? But then she starts acting like, oh my God, that was so stupid. It's like, yeah, but you kissed me. It's like, and that's the last time. Witty banter. Oh. And this is another thing that's stupid as well. She doesn't tell Guillermo to stay in the fucking car. Right, and I don't know if Reacher even said that he was going to be taking Richard up to the fucking toy shop anyway, but it seemed like something Reacher would have done. Excuse me, I want to meet you. I'm doing the whole, I'm pretending that I'm going to take Richard to the toy shop, but really I just want to meet with you. So, So you kind of know why I don't want your fucking fat partner coming with you. And guess what? She brings him, and he blows the whole fucking game. Richard catches him. Oh my fucking god! You dumb agent! You dumb agent! Bad Duffy! Bad Duffy! You are terrible! You are terrible at your job. How the fuck did you become an agent? That's like hiring me to be a fucking agent. So, yeah, 100%. She brings the other cop, so she knew she was risking. Yeah, exactly. He walks in saying, "Hey, I had to fucking park the car because they were doing the paint job," and then and oh my god, I'm totally not dead. I'm a ghost. Yeah, it would not have been any dumber if fucking Richard walked in and Glamera was like, "Oh, I'm a ghost." Woo! Oh, so now fucking Richard has to be calmed down. He's freaking out in the car on the way back. On the way back, Richard tells him everything. Like, he tells him what's happening, and Richard, even though he's kind of like nervous, is like, "Okay, it's obviously like you could have killed me already." And Richard's like, "Listen, don't overplay your hand. I don't like you that much. I like you. I feel like you're a good boy." He likes him really. Of course, to get back home, Zachlin, fucking. Zaki looks a bit concerned about Rich. Rich looks like he's hiding something, and Rich makes an excuse. All those bullies came back, but Rich just sort of kicked their asses again. And Zach is acting like a total fucking asshole. Like, he's like, "Well, you his father? I can take care of the bullies, even though I didn't do it last time. And the last guy said didn't cut off his ear, but I could totally take care of his bullies." And he's acting like a total asshole. I'm like, Zach, you obviously do not want to be in this situation with these fucking crazy psychopaths. You got the only guy there who's not on this psychopath's payroll. Why the fuck aren't you at least trying to see if he might get you some help to get you out of there? Oh, but then they got the other thing with the party going on, and the British maid is like, "I wonder what happened to the French maid. She disappeared. It's almost like she died, but she couldn't have done. I'm just being silly." Ugh. Where was I? I'm fucking ranting on again. And then Zach makes this fucking comment, is like saying, "You know what? These guys in this business have a bullet on their head. You know, uh, you know, very soon yours is gonna come." And he makes this fucking face. He does this smile as well. And he's like, "What the fuck, man?" And I'm kind of repeating a little bit what Toxic said, but no, I agree. He almost smiles like he wants Richard to be fucking killed. I mean, I like Anthony Michael Hall, but his character is a fucking idiot. He really is an idiot. And he's not a fucking good, well-written character. I don't know if it's like this in the books, but even Toxic was saying, "Listen, even the Persuaders is shit books." I don't know. I mean, because he's acting like an irrational fucking asshole as well. Hey, Lindsay, what are you doing? Good to see you on there. Yeah, let's get these fucking headings up. I might have forgotten to do it. I'm getting so into this at the moment, but yeah, it's just a throwaway line. Yeah, I think I don't know if I mean, this could have been a good line to say, like maybe he should have said it in a way where he was concerned about Jack Reacher. Because but it just made him look a little bit fucking crazy. I don't know if I blame. I don't know if it's the direction or Anthony Michael Hall misreading what he was supposed to do in the scene, because half the time they shoot these scenes out of sequence, so they don't always get the context they need. And I trust Anthony Michael Hall as an actor because he is a very good actor. This guy can. We've seen him play a fucking dweeb in The Breakfast Club and a bully in Edward Scissorhand. He can pretty much be convincing in different roles. So now we've got some henchmen coming up to these soldiers. Any soldier that was caught trying to help out, investigate this whole mess. Someone called Howell. They have this poor guy who gets him to open the door, gets him off his guard, and it could be a rush job, missing context, ain't we? It seems. Yeah, probably. So he's got this poor landlord. He's played the concerned fucking neighbour for this Lieutenant Howell, this Captain Howell, this soldier Howell. And it turns out there's these assassins that have been using him, and they kill the fucking poor guy. I mean, it's brutal, it's pretty hard, and then they fucking torture this other guy before killing him. And then we get some assassins going into a fucking public office where Neagley is working, and they try to fucking kill her. And yeah, sadly, we only get to see a little bit of Duffy's side boob, and it's at a fucking distance where if you zoom in, it'll be more pixelated. Well, come on. So yeah, they try to kill Neagley, and it doesn't fucking go well. It's one of them gets killed, and the other gets critically injured. And Neagley's just cool as a fucking cucumber here about it, and she has to fucking, and so she starts to make some fucking cereal because, as we all know in real life, a woman in this great shape definitely eats nothing but fucking sugar. And a lot of people are really hating on Neagley, but I don't really hate her. I just don't see why they're making a spin off of it. I just think Amazon are really pushing her away too much. Yeah, I know. But she doesn't really try and make Reach look like a total fucking, cook or anything like that because he's still doing the majority of the badass stuff. And this is just one of the few times where she does something a little bit fucking cool and she's kind of fucking scary in this scene a little bit. She's just really calm as a cucumber while this guy's bleeding out, and the guy's like, call me an ambulance. It's like, you're an ambulance. She rings Reacher telling him what happened, and it turns out it was all about the people investigating her because he told her. And she does eventually ring an ambulance. She's saying, well, the good news is the ambulance will be here in 5 minutes. The bad news is you're going to be called. And she has no fucking feelings towards these people whatsoever. It's kind of cold. She even tells him to move away from the fucking fridge so she can get some more sugar to kill herself with diabetes. I mean, come on, you don't really need to send assassins in there. Just pile a lot of sugar into a fucking food and she'll be dead from a diabetic fucking heart attack. Some shit. I don't know. It has been a bit clunky. Some are saying season 2 was a bit better. I think I like this a bit better than season 2, but I did like season 2. I still kind of like this show. It does look like it's moving out a little bit now. So yeah, back onto the story. Yeah, so Richard finds out that Howell is dead. Then Quinn storms Zach's house asking about who did you piss off in the army? There's people in 110th that are investigating us. And then Zach, what does he fucking do again? He grasses him up. He grasses up Richard saying, Richard was in 110th. And no, this guy could have fucking helped you and you fucked it, man. You know what? You deserve to have your kid play forced into Russian roulette after that. You really do. Bad character. Bad Zachary. Bad Anthony Michael Hall character. So McCabe and his guns fucking chase Reacher after he escapes. So McCabe's in the house with Paulie. The other guys go after him, and Reacher starts slapping mud on him, sort of like Arnie and Predator style, and he takes them all down Rambo style. And I love how he just fucking. He could have just fucking gone, but he thought, nah, while I've caught them off guard, I'm just gonna murder these fuckers because I like that. That just shows what a cold-blooded bastard it is. He is. It probably is because he's cowardly, but come on. He's kind of making things worse for himself a little bit as well. I don't know. I'm kind of frustrated with him. Yeah, he is a fucking coward, and at the same time, he's got his son, but at the same time, he knows Reach has got these contacts as well. I mean, try and be a bit fucking sneaky and try and be careful about it, but I don't know. His character's kind of been a bit irrational as well. When Reach says that there's been a few episodes where Reach was giving him advice, and Zach's like, "No, you shut the fuck up. I'm in charge." It's annoying. It's really annoying. Yeah, Reacher does what he does best, and you know what? I think he was right to murder these guys a little bit as well. I mean, they were going to kill him anyway. It's not really murder, but and if he fucking just ran off, these he would still have more people to take on. At least with these two guys, he's got less people to take on unless McCabe hires some more guys straight away. Actually, yeah, they probably will do because that's what happens with these. Because I think Man Bun guy Harley fucking mentioned it. You know, these guys are like they just get hired after one guy gets killed. You know, kill one guy, we'll get another few more. It doesn't matter. So he kills this guy and he kind of puts this that cable, that sort of retracting cable that you have on trucks, and he just wraps it around this guy's neck and fucking hell, the way it tightens. I thought the guy's head was gonna fucking pop off. I was like, damn man, I'm swearing a lot. I do apologize. I was like, ugh. I thought I was going to see blood spurt out of his neck, everything, but no, they kind of go a little bit more tasteful. Yeah, that's it. The chain winch. Oh God, man, I could feel it going around my neck. I thought it was going to be like in No Country for Old Men, where Anton Chigurh grabs that deputy by the neck with his chains, and he just bursts his neck open. It's like, but then he runs and hides into a laundrette. And he pays them money to close it down early. They do. They wash his clothes as well, and they give him coffee. And it's like the last coffee I had came out of a cat's asshole. So even despite some clunky writing, this is still funny. Rich Son is still very funny in this role. He still gets the great fucking one-liners. And yeah, we're nearly to the end of the episode. But now McCabe is getting all horny with this by cutting up this tomato, the dirty little tomato cutting bastard. Yeah, Flav, how you doing? Yeah. And now, because he's so frustrated at Zach, he gets Richard in for a little family get-together of Russian roulette, and don't know why, because I think Monopoly would have sufficed. I don't know, come on. Or Scrabble, get the vocabulary going a little bit, but no, Russian roulette because, hey, who needs a vocabulary when your brains are all over the fucking place? And they threatened to kill his dad as well. And Richard almost fucking tries to kill McCabe, but no, he's got his dad there. And yeah, poor Richard, this poor fucking lad. I mean, he's already traumatized enough. He almost pops his head a few times, and then Zach sort of caves. And this is really understandable. This is understandable, him caving here, because he's trying to get this guy to, back off his son. So he's like, yes, listen, you have the power, okay? I am nothing. I'm nothing. You're better at it. You're much better at charades than I am. You don't have a complicated. So. And McCabe's like, Quinn's like, yes, you're right. So Richard meets up with Duffy and Guillermo to discuss what the next move is, because now his cover's blown. The cat fancy reset, but because they managed to get the burner phone, I might have missed something here. Yeah, season 1 is still the fucking best. I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, I should have left it on you to save it. So. Yeah, we're moving on from that now. It's I'm hoping fucking Zach kind of redeems himself a little bit there, because I kind of don't want to see him redeem himself. I like the actor of Anthony Michael Hall. He's a very underrated actor. I give the actor who plays Richard some credit. He's very good. Fucking shit with names. I do apologise. But I'm going to wrap this up soon because I'm nearly at the end anyway. So I'll be on the Nielsen ratings later. On the Outcast Creative, do watch that later if you haven't. If you haven't jumped on that stream in the chat, please do, and do like the Outcast Creatives and subscribe as well. So yeah, let's get the actor's name, because he is a very good actor. I don't want to go foolish about mentioning him. Where are you, Richard? There you are, Johnny Birchstall. Yeah, he fucking sells it. I really do like this character, and I hope he grows some fucking balls and does something cool, because we've kind of seen a lot of episodes as well where he's still kind of being this traumatized kid, and it's kind of dragging on a little bit. And yeah, I know trauma is like a big fucking thing that's not wiped away within a second, but in TV shows, you kind of got to move the character a little bit quickly, especially with movies. Yeah, Lance is canny. So because I think it was the burner phone that Guillermo had, which they got from Harley, and it says something about Port Rome, and Reacher, being smart as he is, figures it's a boat, Harley's boat. So they head to Harley's boat and they search, and they do find evidence of Teresa being there, but Harley then shows up and catches him. Duffy kicks the shit out of him. And I love how Harley just looks at Reacher and is like, "Don't look at me, I'm scared of it too." It leads to outside where Reacher just sets the place on fire, and Duffy just... No, sorry, Reacher just... I think it's kind of one of those pickaxes, one of those hooks, something like that. It's definitely a sharp object. And he nails his fucking foot to the deck. They ask him the questions, and he's mostly just like, "I don't know. They changed everything up when this happened. Blah blah blah." So now, so they decide, "Fuck it, this guy's not going to talk." So they leave him to blow up, and the guy's like, "Fuck you, Richard. Fuck you." And it blows up, and Duffy and Reacher get fucking naked. We get Reacher is more in focus when he's naked, and we only get a little bit of sad boo from Duffy, which is unfortunate. Seriously, that's sexist. Come on. Sound like Neil. "Oh, they won't let us see the clunge. That's sexist. That's very sexist, that." Oh, yeah, that was great. Mostly. But then, okay. So now they've got no other leads. Harley is dead. His cover is blown. They're out of options. And Richard says, "Yeah, but we do have a guy on the inside." I don't know if he's meaning Richard or Zach. That maybe they could get Zach or Richard on the side. But then he says, "Let's head to LA." Okay, why? I might have missed something there, but if you've been paying more attention to it than I have, then okay. But it's still an okay episode. I think Zach is very frustrating now. I mean, he's kind of going into a worse character, and we do get to see Neely do something cool, and we do get to see her be a little bit fucking scary. And I think the actress is all right. I just don't need to see a fucking spin off of her. I think she's better as a small character. But the main villain's a fucking idiot. Come on. I don't care how fucking horny you are for the Ginger Muff. If she's a fucking informant, you kill her. I mean, you killed the French maid for being an ATF agent. You kind of contradicting yourself, and you're being a bit too convenient. Yeah, Neely's thankfully she's more in the background. She was okay in the second season. She had a nice little arc where she was very socially awkward with people, but then Russo dies, and she holds his hand and comforts him. Okay, that was kind of nice, but good fight scene, was more of a low dump. Yeah, like I said, the first season is still the best, and I don't know if I will repeat the other seasons. If I ever want to watch Reacher again, I probably will just stick to the first season, and because half the time they're just standalone adventures anyway, with a little bit of loose continuity. So I've not read The Persuaders, so I don't know what the book is like. My friend Toxic, he's a big fucking expert on the Jack Reacher novels, and even he's saying, "Yeah, Persuaders is a bad one to adapt." But I'm not really a big fan of. I'm not really feeling the Killing Floor as well. But I think the one shot is supposed to be a good one, and if I had one thing that I think the movie did a bit better than the TV show, is that the villain in the first movie was really fucking good. I mean, Werner Herzog is fucking scary in that film. That bit with we talked about how he bit his fingers off to avoid the frostbite, and the other soldier that messed up is willing to offer his fingers to show that he can still be reliable. And he's like, "Could you give me a knife?" And Werner Herzog's like, "I didn't need a knife." That is a cold-blooded villain. Even Jai Courtney was good. Jai Courtney was fucking... He had a fucking charm to him. A very menacing charm. And I did like the the big rich guy with the psychopathic son in the first series, I think he still had a little bit of a way about him, especially when he was trying to, put the shits up on Finlay before Finlay just told him to fuck off. But we were about 6 episodes in, so I may as well just finish it now, because it's not really totally pissed me off. I still can't. I am still invested. This is a little bit different to Daredevil Reborn. It does look like it's getting a little bit better, but if that has not gotten better by the halfway point, then I will probably swear at that. But it's given me something amusing to talk about. I kind of like taking the piss out of the show a little bit. I think I should, when I go through the plot, I probably should be a little bit more jokey as well. I don't know. Not make it sound so dry. So overall on the episode, it's fine. It's not the best. It does look it's kind of moving a little bit past the reach of going back and forth now, where there's still some very, very funny moments. Quinn is actually creepy, but I don't think he's that developed, because he's kind of just a one-note psychopath. But I do think the actor is very convincing in the role. I think he is still really fucking giving it all, despite the little screen time he's got. I just wish the fucking villains were written a bit smarter. I mean, they probably should have had Teresa killed. Teresa should have died, right? We should have found evidence that Teresa was dead, and we should have had. It would have given something a bit more for Duffy. She would have been really pissed off that she let this girl down, and now she wants revenge. She wants to find the closure, and it's kind of driving her over the edge. Making her a bit more flawed, and it probably would have justified her more emotional reactions. But I still like the little back and forth with her and Reacher. That bit at the end where it's like, how often do you do this stuff? And it's like, I can't forget what he said though, but it was very like, I think it was like more often than you think. I think it was something like that. But I think that's my thoughts now. So thanks for joining me, Davey Vest. Thanks for joining me, Lindsay. Thank you, Flav. And sorry I traumatized you with the ending, and I do apologise. I may have to traumatize you again. So if you don't like freaky talking potatoes, then best jump off now. But apart from that, I hope you have a good time, and catch me in about 20 minutes on the Nielsen ratings on the Outcasts Creative. And if whether you bring, so I am getting a fucking stroke. I do apologise. So, whether you beautiful bastards are Northern English or not, thanks for watching, and do remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and to ring that bell in order to be notified. And if you wish to further support this channel, then the links are in the description below. But right now, that's me done, and I'm off to the pub for 20 minutes before the Outcast Creative. So it's going to be a quick one. A very quick, strong one. I may need a big bottle of whiskey. So take care, you lot. And I'll see you in 20 minutes on the Outcast Creatives. If you do get a chance, please do hop in the chat and let's have some fun.
Can I have spuds, please?
Spuds! Good choice. George's song. Listen very carefully. The question comes straight after. Baked potato changed my life. Baked potato showed me the way. If you want to know what is wrong from right, you must listen to what potatoes say.
Do be good, don't be bad.
Baked potato.
Do be happy, don't be sad.
Thank you, baked potato. And if you want to have a better day, you must listen to what the baked potatoes say.
Do be early, don't be late.
Thank you, baked potato.
Always eat what's on your plate.
Thank you, baked potato. And if you want to have a better day, you must listen to what the baked potatoes say.